What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fomo Factory. Hope you're having an amazing day today. The markets are looking quite fine. Let's go over some comments of yours to take a look at some altcoins that might be interesting and some questions you might have about the market. Also, somewhere in this video, I'm gonna ask you a question. If you get the answer right, drop a comment. The winner gets $100 worth of What Do You Meme tokens, my token that I founded, just to say thank you for watching, because this audience, man, you guys are really killing it. So let's take a look. Your hair looks good. Thanks. I brushed it today a little bit. So I made a video about, was this the beginning of an alt season, or is this basically just another leg up for the altcoin market before we go down even further? Because, you know, if we take a look at the altcoin market right now, yeah, we broke out. But then again, it is a lower high so far, and every big bounce, they resulted in lower prices, and that was kind of what this video was about. Someone commented, it's a trap. I don't know, it could be, yeah. I'm basically, the way how I deal with this is I prepare for both ways, right? So I make sure that I have a position that if the market goes up, I'm fine. And if the market goes down, I'm fine as well, because I can allocate more into crypto. I don't know about BNB Frog, BNB Tiger, Unu Tiger, Moon. It does sound like the type of coins that that were really popping in 2021, and that might do very well in an alt season. However, in this phase of the market, I'm not too looking too much at coins with those names. Video about my ultimate crypto gaming altcoin portfolio. So I mentioned like 13 coins in there that I think are going to be fantastic in the next bull run. And JG Tiger, he said Myria, PlayZap, and Gswift. And these are all some very decent low cap coins. They are all low cap. If we take a look at Myria, for example, Myria has been running like very hard, and I'm personally not buying it from the open market. I have a node running, so I get some tokens daily. It's like $6 daily. It's nothing crazy though, but you know, it's free money. At least free pay for the node, but at a certain point, if you have your ROI, it's free money. But Myria, yeah, it catches the hype. It now has a $36 million market cap, so it is still low cap. Fully diluted, 210 million, so there is a big difference right there. It's around, what is it, 15% that's currently in circulation. Before you buy tokens that look like that, always look at the white paper, like, hey, how is the vesting looking? But yeah, if we look at Myria, it did nothing for a while, so we had a big accumulation phase right there, and it basically popped off with a 3x, something like that. PlayZap is a coin that I have in my moonshot portfolio. If you want to know how my moonshot portfolio looks like, by the way, there is a link to Patreon down below, where I talk a lot about my portfolio and a lot of other stuff. But there I basically show a moonshot portfolio where I have all these low caps and how I'm trading it to make sure that eventually the whole portfolio is full with free money. So that if it moons, it's nice. If it goes to shit, yeah, too bad. But yeah, PlayZap, I like the project. Also had a pretty good run lately. It went from like 4 cents all the way to 40 cents. So you should consider it already ran. Then again, there are tokens that we could have said the same thing about, and they really don't care, because, you know, Nakamoto Games for the whole year, it went from, well, it was even lower. I know I talked about it. I bought it at 3 or so. Nah, slightly higher. But anyway, it went from, let's say, 5 cents to 125, which is absolutely incredible. And this shows that gaming is going to be yeah, huge. Like that, this is gonna be huge. So yeah, PlayZap might be one of those. And we have Gswift. Now with Gswift, I honestly also feel like, oh, the tokenomics, you know, $6 million market cap, but 156 fully diluted. That's a huge vesting for Gswift. On the other hand, in a bull market, it doesn't really matter, because in a bear market, people want to take profits and there's a lot of selling pressure and they are scared of these kind of things. In the bull market, bull markets win from vesting is what I notice. And so far, Gswift hasn't done really much. I mean, it went from 4 cents to 11. But yeah, on the other hand, it came from 16. So it's now kind of sitting in the middle of that. Still, with this market cap and the hype it has, I think you could make some good gains out of it for sure. Chainlink price prediction, so funny. I said in that video that Chainlink could go to $12.40. And this video is from well, I don't know, months ago. And we all know what Chainlink did. I think Chainlink, it went to that level, give or take, right? It was sitting at 11.40 for a while. Then it went to 13. And now it's sitting at $12.80. So we got that pretty, yeah, that was a pretty good call, in my opinion. Now your question is, where could it go next? Right? Like, where could, where's that, where's that thing? I don't even know. But where, oh yeah, it broke $13. What's next? What's next for Chainlink is, I don't know, it would make sense to me that it would retest this level of like $11, worst case scenario $9. If it holds that, then I think Chainlink could go like, yeah, then we have to talk about how it's looking by then. But I think after such a pump, a good retest should be in place. So I don't expect directly to this thing to go to the moon, but it's crypto, you never know. Much love for that. Thoughts on Polkastarter? I like it as a launchpad, but curious if I want to do that or change GPT. Now, Polkastarter, as you guys may know, I love launchpads. Seedify is my number one. And, launchpads can make you so much money. It's incredible. I mean, you are basically not only buying the launchpad token, but every token that they release, you have access to that. And you buy it right at the beginning, right? So it's beautiful. But Polkastarter, they do have a lot of trading volume yet. The tokenomics are very much on point. Price-wise, Polkastarter, yeah, it went from $7 to 30 cents, so it got wrecked quite hard. However, I don't know if they are still releasing projects. Though Citizen Conflict is the project that I've been looking for a long time, by the way. This is a really good one, but I haven't heard much of Polkastarter, to be honest, what projects they have released. They released, the last project that they released was in March 2022, it looks like. So it looks like Polkastarter is not doing much with their launchpad at the moment. But then again, I haven't really looked into it. Maybe they are, I don't know what the reason was. Maybe they're packing it up again. In that case, Polkastarter could be a good buy. It is not on my radar. Maybe it should be. Maybe I should research what's going on right there. But as far as I see, not much. ChainGPT is releasing projects right now. Yeah, that's what you want a launchpad token for. So in that case, I would say ChainGPT. Okay, when is the final crash? So I spoke about altcoins going down. Well, not going down another 60%. I spoke about altcoins and the likely possibility that they go down 60%. So far, that didn't happen. I know that. Is it too early to say that I made a wrong call on that? I don't know. And don't get me wrong. If it turns out that I was completely wrong about something, hey, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm talking about crypto every day. Of course, I'll make some wrong calls. I'm only human. But I do think like that, when we look at Bitcoin, for example, Bitcoin now went up from 15.5K to 36, right? It did incredible. And everybody is like super euphoric right now, and bull market is back, and Altseason will pop off, and the market this and that, and the ETF, and the recession doesn't matter. Like, I see too much bullishness in the market right now, so that scares me a little bit. If I purely take a technical look at Bitcoin right now, it was in this uptrend, it broke down, and now it's resistance for the third week in a row, and it looks like it's getting rejected a bit right there. Yeah, that seems understandable that that happens and that it could go back to around 30, 32. Like, I would be surprised if it doesn't happen, but that's not the big crash, right? Altcoins will get dragged down with that a little bit, but that's nothing too spectacular. However, I just keep on watching, you know, in 2019, 20, we also, Bitcoin from the bottom to the top of that run went up 4x, right? We now went up 120%, so slightly more than 2x, right? So this run was twice as hard, and we still came down incredible hard, right? And I know a lot of people say like, hey, yeah, but this was because of COVID. Yeah, but COVID, you know, that's partly true, definitely. But two things to that. That was a black swan. Who says we can't get another black swan? Never rule it out. But two, even without the black swan, Bitcoin went down 53% from the top until here, right? 53%. Let's say that this is the top and we go down 53%. Yeah, that would put Bitcoin at 17K, right? And that's without any COVID conditions. So, yeah, it's too soon for me to say like, hey, that secondary crash that I was talking about, hey guys, I was wrong about that. This time turns out to be different. It's not that different. The only thing that is different is that usually it goes up for the half a year and the pre-halving year, and then the rest of the pre-halving year it's going down. Yeah, so far it's November, it's still going up, right? And yeah, we did went down right here, but I don't think that this was it. But in my opinion, it will be my prediction will be invalid once we had the halving, because never after the halving we went down like that, right? We had the halving here in 2016, and we never went down that hard. The bull market started. We had the halving here in 2020. The bull market started, right? We will have the halving in around April next year. Yeah, I don't expect Bitcoin to go down that much after the halving, at least. So it could still happen before that. And that could be bad for altcoins. I mean, now the dominance has been correcting a little bit. That was quite expected as well. It was facing some big resistance. So altcoins are now showing some strength compared to Bitcoin. But yeah, that's also because they got wrecked the complete year against Bitcoin. So, you know, these corrections are not that weird, if you ask me. But what I think is still catastrophic for altcoins is that if Bitcoin has that correction, which so far happens all the time, while the Bitcoin dominance is going up or at least sideways. And until the halving, I'm not ruling anything out, really. I don't want to cheer too soon. It's not being bearish, but it is being cautious, though. Why does Seedify use BUSD when Binance wants to get rid of BUSD? Well, yeah, that Binance wants to get rid of BUSD is not really the big issue, because BUSD is more than Binance, but it is getting non-backed, and there is a likely chance that BUSD somewhere next year will depack and BUSD will die. So far, Seedify seems pretty calm about these kind of things. They be like, okay, but for now, it's like there's nothing going on really. So I think they think like that. So like, so why would we change it right now, really? There at the moment, there's nothing wrong with BNB at least. But no, you can ask them in the Seedify chat. So is now the right time to buy altcoins? It depends. It depends. Like you should do what you should do, right? Like what you want to do. You should never be like, hey, FOMO said this, so I'm doing this, right? Like I can give you my expectation and what I'm doing, but dude, I don't know, right? Like I'm also just a guy with a cam. I don't know. However, I'm not buying altcoins right now, for one very simple reason. Look at the chart. Like over the last 2 years, we had 1, 2, 3, and now the fourth of these kind of pumps, right? After all these pumps, it went down again, and it had a good correction. So I'm not buying in the middle of a pump, at least, right? Could it do something like this where it breaks out, retest, and then go up? Yeah, that could happen. But then I would like to wait for a confirmed retest. Because now we still have the risk that it goes down. Like this line doesn't say anything necessarily. It could also do this, right? But I get the question, but you know, we had so many chances to buy altcoins pretty cheap. We had Chainlink at around $6. We had Illuvium around $40. We had Focal Force around $2-3. We had whatever, name it, you know, AVAX around $10. Like, and it's now all higher. Yeah, if you wanted to buy, then buy it, you know, down here. But how I'm looking at charts though is with caution, because for example, AVAX, right? It's sitting perfectly at 0.618, by the way, where it's getting rejected right now. But if I look at this, yeah, this is still a downtrend, right? And I'm not buying the pump in a downtrend, right? And rather buy low prices. I made most of my content about buying Bitcoin and then buying altcoins later with that Bitcoin. And therefore I was looking at this chart, and this chart is still sitting pretty close to the lows, right? I mean, yeah, it pumped a little bit, but it's now running into the bull market support band right here. It looks like it's having some problems right there, right at the 50, I think. I'm not even 20, sorry. 20 moving average. So yeah, I mean, last cycle we went down there, we went up, we went down, we went up, and then we broke. What are we doing right now? We went down where? We went up, we went down, we went up a little bit, and could it break right now? Yeah, it could. Like if you have Bitcoin, I think we could still approach this. If you buy altcoins with, like, that's the most rewarding way, basically, and the safest way. If you're buying altcoins directly with your dollars, yeah, then you could just DCA, I think, into good quality projects. But you know, I would slow down with the DCA if prices are sitting at higher levels, because we have seen them lower, right? Yeah, some people said they cannot get into the portal pre-sale. Once I have more information, I'll make a follow-up on that. Portal is the project that I hope and think will do extremely good in the next bull run. I made a video about it. This video, crypto gaming will be huge, and Portal could be the biggest gaming platform. Check it out. If you haven't seen it and you love crypto gaming, you have to check it out. Can you explain the seed investor points in Seedify, please? I've staked for 270 days, and apparently that gives you the most, but I'm yet to get any. I'm on tier 3. Yeah, so Seedify, one of the things that they do different than in the other launchpads is if you stake Seedify tokens, so if we go to stake as fund, if you stake Seedify tokens, you get seed staking points as well. And these seed staking points, they have incubation projects like ChainGPT. And apart from the pre-sale, if you are staking Seedify tokens or farming that, then you get these incubation project tokens vested as well, extra. It's quite new though, and I don't really know much about it as they haven't done it a lot yet, to be honest. It's like still pretty new, so can't tell you much about it yet though, but I'll come back to that. I've bought S1 partly because of your video, and now it's up more than 100%. Yeah, awesome. That's sweet. I don't want to take that credit though, because yes, Seedify is up more than 100%, but isn't everything? Like the whole market has gone up pretty hard, right? And Seedify, yeah, it is up 100%, more than 100% from the bottom. I think it went all the way to 130. It's now 115. But yeah, it's still a downtrend. So, but yeah. No, I mean, yeah, congrats, man. If you took a good trade out of that, so beautiful. You can't buy Seedify or even participate in the USA as they want AKYC. Yeah, that's the countries. It's not that Seedify wants that though, but the countries where you live, they restrict you from doing so. So yeah, no, therefore I've created the What Do You Meme token. So if you go to CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, you can see my project. This is What Do You Meme. By the way, we're doing awesome. We're doing great. We are, by the way, up now 200% from the bottom. Incredible. But if you buy the What Do You Meme token, and there's a link below that, but if you stake it, then we invest in these launchpads with big money, like with 15 up till 20K per pre-sale. Believe me, there were projects in the last bull that did more than 100x weekly. So therefore we do this. And then you can claim the share of the profits that we make. So basically you can still participate. NFTB backed by Binance. Don't know about that though. Responded to this. Are you Dutch? Someone says German. No, he's Dutch. No, he's just playing it. What? 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 I'm Dutch. I'm not German. I don't know. People confuse Germans and Dutchies a lot. I don't know why. We're neighbors, right? We're all ugly, I guess. But no, I'm Dutch. Definitely. Need help obtaining. What do you mean from the USA? Anybody that listens to this video living in the USA, please drop a comment. You can just use PancakeSwap there, right? I think. Because you can just get What Do You Meme on PancakeSwap. Let me check. Fomo Factory thinks it's 2020 altcoin season. Launchpad hunting, bro. Almost every single coin pump, not just Seedify. Yeah, no, I didn't make this video to say like, hey, Seedify is now pumping. It's incredible. But this video is more like, hey, in a bull market, launchpad tokens will do great. Like everybody has too much money and they want to step in new pre-sales, new IDOs. They want to step in new projects, and then launchpad tokens are beautiful. But I think that I'm not familiar for claiming that it's an altcoin season or anything. If anything, people think I'm more bearish than I actually am. So no. I agree that Seedify and NFTs will be huge. Yes, man, I agree. At least the theory that 1 year after the halving, Bitcoin goes up the first 6 months and then goes down in the next 6 months is invalid in my opinion. So yes, this time could be different. I believe that we will go up for the rest of the year. Yeah, I kind of already spoke about that at the beginning of the video. So it's for me not invalid yet. Like that here we had the dump in June and we had a bigger dump in February, and in the other cycle we had the dump already in July, well, August basically. Yeah, it's now November. We could have it a little later, but yeah, it doesn't have to repeat month by month by month, right? It's not that easy. Cycles work because overall the timing and the movements are give or take the same. But I'm not gonna sit here and say like, yeah, last cycle in January we went up 15%, so this time, nah, it's not like that, right? It's not that accurate, of course. Sidus Heroes and Myria, yes. Whoa, Sidus was ripping, right? Sidus was the low cap. So you have two tokens. You have Sidus and you have Senate. And Sidus went up like crazy right here. Senate as well, by the way, they both went crazy. So Sidus is now $40 million market cap. If you look at Senate, which is their governance token, and in my opinion has better tokenomics, it's now $18 million market cap. Also went up, but not as hard as, well, yeah, oh yeah, this thing went up harder. Sorry, I got it confused. This thing went up crazy. Like Sidus also, but Senate went up completely crazy. In my opinion, if you want to be in the project, then this is the token you want to be in, because this is, yeah, like I said, the governance, and there the inflation is a lot better overall. Chainlink, yeah, that was a very good prediction right there. Can you do a video for Ascent Exchange? Take a look at that later. Yeah, why don't I have Gala in my crypto gaming portfolio. I have a little mixed feelings about Gala. Um, my positive take on Gala is that it knows how to run in a bull market. And they are like one of the blue chip gaming tokens that also has like some kind of a first mover advantage. And they have a good product. The downside of Gala, in my opinion, is it's already an incredible high cap. Like, I know where it came from. It came from a $5 billion market cap. It's now 500 million. So going back to the all-time highs at 10x from here. But I must say there are other coins that definitely have 10x potential, which have less downside risk, as 500 mil is a lot. And I just don't really like the Gala team. I've been running a Gala node for a while, and they are so slow with communication on how that's going, and like with just giving some information, or like, I don't know. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about Gala. It can't hurt to have a little bag, probably. Oh yeah, this is a good one. I don't understand, why did you sell games for a living being in the IDO and then buy it back way higher from IDO price? Easy 100x project. I would not sell this one. Yeah. Well, very simple. I did not know. Games for a living. Beautiful. Look, I've invested in games for a living through Seedify at the IDO price during the bear market, and in a bear market that was March somewhere, yeah. During a bear market, a new project with some token vesting coming is usually not doing so well, and based on the experience that I had, I felt like, okay, take my profits, because there were profits, right? So therefore I decided to take my profits. I got it vested in like 3 months or something, and I sold it, well, here somewhere, I sold it here somewhere, and here somewhere. And I've bought it back here, by the way. So I've bought kind of like 2-3. I bought it, I think. Because yeah, games for a living was one of the few outperformers, and yeah, I don't want to bet on which one is outperforming. If you look at launchpad vestings, like for example, DexJack went up very high as well, but then crashed quite hard, right? And I'm happy I took profits right here. Cogito Finance, for example, went up very hard, but then came down a lot. Arbify, same story, basically. Well, I can take a lot. This synergy like completely fucked up, but mostly they don't do that well. Hypercycle is one that I'm still getting vested for the coming 2 years or something like that, and this thing is just like it's a stable coin. Beautiful. This one made me an 11x. I made more than 100k with this coin. So yeah, with some you win, with some you lose, but mostly during a bear market, I don't hold these tokens if I don't have to. And yeah, it could have worked out better, but it's what it is. But still made money. Hey, nobody goes broke by taking profits. This guy's always trying to be negative. The ultimate crypto gaming altcoin portfolio, IMX PYR normie coins. I guess you missed the good altcoin entries and now marrying the Benjamin Cohen back. I know exactly what you mean by that. Now just wait for Sol to get back to $30 and cash to 2 cents. I don't exactly know what you mean, by the way, but Sol going back to $30 doesn't seem that unrealistic to me, by the way. I don't know where it is right now. $40, yeah, going to have a pullback to 30. Yeah, but IMX and Volkerforge normie coin depends on what you're in crypto, bro. If you have like money and you feel like, okay, it doesn't matter, I have my job and I have a lot of money right now. Shit, I'm getting a call. 1 sec. Sorry about that. But if you, what I said, if you have a lot of money to spare and it doesn't matter if you miss it, yeah, then you can go more to the low caps and to the altcoin casino And these are the coins that can wreck you or make you a lot of money. Like I showed, for example, with Senate, right? I don't know if that's one that you are looking at now, but right, it did a 4x. Yeah, Immutable didn't, right? It definitely didn't. But if you look at the all-time chart, yeah, it went from $5 to like a cent, right? That's low. And that's not what Immutable is going to do, for example, or Volker Forge, like wreck you like that hard. So with these coins, it matters like a lot. Are you very lucky on your timing? Then you can make a lot of money with that. But there are also people that feel like, yeah, okay, but crypto, I also want to take it a little safer because crypto is already risky in the first place. Let's not go to the risky side of a risky market too much. And bet also on some tokens that have upside but less downside. Yeah, then you can take a look at Immutable. I mean, these are like ecosystems. These are infrastructures, right? If there will be a successful game on Immutable, yeah, that game will blow up. But Immutable will profit from that as well. Plus, Volker Forged, yeah, now even after this pump, it just has a $120 million market cap. Yeah, that's not really considered high cap at the moment. So it depends what you're in crypto for. But you have to understand, for me, I make a list with high caps and low caps. I try to make a good combination of that, right? In my case, this is also my job. So my income relies on crypto. So yeah, I'm not going to go fully into the casino, of course. But for some person or people, that might work. Oh, this is a cool suggestion. Somebody said about that crypto gaming portfolio. I'd like to see you compare these coins against their Bitcoin and Ethereum pairs. Yeah, no problem. I do. I'm not gonna do that this video, by the way, too much. But I do have my Bitcoin pairs listed right here, and we now, for example, saw Volker Forge blow up. If you look at Volker Forge on the Bitcoin pair, it did also blow up. But it also did just in September, like not too long ago. And it did not even take out this high right here. And it went lower, right? It went lower. Volker Forge was sitting at an all-time low just 3 weeks ago. But now, if you look at the dollar pair, it's sitting at an all-time high on the dollar pair from the last 1.5 years. So it depends. Do you have Bitcoin? Yeah, then you first make money with your Bitcoin, and then you can allocate it very low into some good quality altcoins. But yeah, most altcoins just run because Bitcoin was running in the first place, right? Therefore, the dominance went down, and people put that money from Bitcoin into altcoins, and that's why you see altcoins running. But yeah, also if you look at Gala, like sitting like at trash levels, Illuvium had a good pump, but is this pump really, it just made a lower low also not too long ago, and this was like, yeah, we didn't even came close to take this high out or this or this. So it depends a little bit on how you look at things. I also have Altura in my portfolio. Not many people are talking about it, despite Alex Becker mentioned it so many times, but people are sleeping. Yeah, man. Altura is that low cap that I think could definitely surprise people. Yeah, I love Altura. So this was a comment. I don't really understand this one though. Somebody said, you sir, especially by the way under this video, because I must admit, I have my bad days. I get cranky, but I do tell to myself like, hey, I have to make a video every day. So sometimes you catch me in a bad mood. Sorry for that. I know I want to stay positive, but sometimes life, but this video was, I think I was fine. But somebody said, you have a bad energy. I really don't want to listen after hearing too much of the I don't give a F attitude you have to everything. I'm not nice to listen to. So I just responded a little sarcastic, well, I don't give an F. But I don't know exactly what he means. But the funny thing is somebody else mentioned, yeah, it makes German people look bad. Yeah, again, I'm Dutch, bro. So that was quite funny if you ask me. Enjinstarter is one of my biggest holdings, working on 3 million Enjinstarter tokens. I think 3 million Enjinstarter tokens is like being quite of a whale, if you ask me. How much is that? 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 15k in Enjinstarter. Yeah, you get some good allocations into some decent new projects, and the market cap is low. And Enjinstarter, I can honestly see a 10x easy in the bull market. That's the low cap launchpad that I have a lot of faith in. GFAL is very overhyped. Tokenomics are not okay. Too much inflation, and the product so far, in my opinion, is underperforming. Best to stay away. Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of people look at it different. Is it overhyped? Well, yeah, I don't know, man. It like that's not a reason to stay away, in my opinion. Like if we, for example, take a look at Nakamoto Games, which is completely overhyped. But yeah, look how the price responds to something that's overhyped. Like I don't mind being into an overhyped project if the price does something like that, right? But tokenomics are not okay. Like I looked into it and it's actually not bad, bro. Check out crypto rank and search for it, and you will find that the inflation is it's not that bad. Not that bad. I've been waiting for the final drop. It's looking less and less likely because the US economy is holding up. And some of these coins are doing well in the last 6 months. You have also just said this. And so even though I am early to the space, are you suggesting leave this, wait for newer tokens that will get released over the next 10 months? By the way, good show. Love you. Thank you. I don't know much about the US economy because I'm not living there. I'm not in the middle of it. As far as I know, there is a very high chance of a recession coming up in the US. And yeah, crypto has only witnessed a recession once, and that was during the COVID crash, a very short recession where we got printed out. But as it was also a black swan, I don't really can tell from the charts like, hey, how much did the recession impacted this and how much did the black swan do that? Because in first sight, Bitcoin is made as a hedge against inflation and recessions and all of that. So maybe people will flee to Bitcoin and to crypto. On the other hand, if people get laid off, they have less money to spare. Yeah, they're not gonna buy crypto if they don't even can't afford to, pay their rent. So I don't know, man. I won't say leave the space, at least. I think you should just keep your eyes on it, and it's good to have a position in crypto and in cash. So whatever happens, you're prepared. That's kind of how I'm doing it. Somebody said, I suppose you're still waiting for 12k to get back into. It's not coming. The train has left the station. Yeah, I don't know why you say that, but I never I don't expect Bitcoin to go to 12k. Like what I did say is lower 20s would not surprise me, or upper like around 20 would still not surprise me. But even if it doesn't happen, I don't mind because I've been dollar costing into Bitcoin. So yeah, and I made already profit on that. And with that Bitcoin, I can buy altcoins now quite low, right? So my position is quite fine, to be honest. Remark. Yeah, I was also a coin that Alex Becker talked about in the last bull run. I think it got wrecked pretty hard, but good tokenomics. Yeah, good tokenomics. NFT project. I think I have to take a look into Remark, by the way. But I'm gonna put it in my watch list because Remark is the type of project that may look dead and then all of a sudden comes back and does fantastic. Yeah, I love to disagree even when I agree. Okay, ETF will be for Bitcoin. But it will be new money on the crypto market, so that doesn't mean that alts go down. It only means Bitcoin should go up, and maybe those who will sell Bitcoin to institutions with profit will buy alts for that. Yeah, that's also what I said in that video. I think, like, if we get an ETF, I think that I'm not saying that alts get wrecked because of an ETF. The altcoins on the Bitcoin pair get wrecked, right? Because we have seen with the fake ETF news, the Bitcoin dominance shot up really hard because everybody knows that it's a Bitcoin ETF and Bitcoin is the hot topic, right? So it's good for Bitcoin and not like that much for altcoins compared to Bitcoin. So altcoins go down on their Bitcoin pair. We've seen the preview, like this was the perfect preview. So it's now quite predictable what's going to happen. Mark my words, once we get the ETF, the Bitcoin dominance shoots up hard. That's good because just like you said, like we see now a little bit as well, and by then, like even more, Bitcoin is all the way up. People have profit on their Bitcoin and they will put that Bitcoin money into altcoins, and then we will see the dominance go down, and then we will see altcoins rip. So I think that that's what's going to happen. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up right here. 40 minutes into the video, fucking long, guys. Hey, I said I'm gonna ask a question, and it's a it's a bitch. But how many times did I say in the video? If you know the right answer, leave a comment. You can win $100 worth of what do you mean tokens. And by the way, because that question sucks so hard, I'm gonna pick 3 winners randomly. So let me know. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Turn the bell notification on. See you soon.